before we discuss our topics, let's have some motivation. So, right away, my groupmate will distribute you first the answer sheet so that it will not be an hindrance for you to read it. So, it is ready now already. Okay? So, let us start. So, our report is about transistor reading, silicon, and germanium. So, before that, let us watch a motivational video.
I'm not good at what? Because you had never written before. Skill is only developed by hours and hours and hours of people on your craft. If you're not making someone else's life better, then you're wasting your time. Don't try to give up. Try to keep going. Don't try to quit. You already get paid. You already hurt. Get a reward for it. Now, if you know what you're worth, then go and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits. And not willing to make a say, you ain't where you want to be with Olivia or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that. Every day is a new day. Every moment is a new moment. So now you got to walk your soul and down and then preach. Now. I will show you how great I am. The kingdom of God is within man, not one man nor a group of men, but you, the people have the power. The power to create machines, the power to create evidence. You, the people, have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure. Now, what are you going to do?
So that is our motivation. So as we can see, as we observe on the video, all of us have our weaknesses, right? How many of you have experienced that you are feeling down, you are feeling loss of confidence because of you really don't know what to do? How many of you experience that? Parang it's something that I can't do it, I can't do it anymore. Just something that I quit. You know, sometimes we feel like that, and we decided to quit. But then, the Lord has given us the enough strength to move on, right? And okay, so let us see this one quote. Isaiah chapter 41, verse 10 to 13, saying, "Don't panic, I am with you, there's no need to fear, for I am your God. I'll give you strength, I'll help you. I, your God, have a firm grip on you, and I'm not letting you go." Sometimes we feel like being discouraged, we feel like down. But this is not the reason for us to surrender. Because we have a big God. If you have a big God, if you have faith in God, and you believe it in your faith, you stand in your faith, and God will help you. Disappointment is not here. Yes, I understand everybody that we are feeling discouraged. But if we understand that God is with us, that God can help me, that God can motivate me, that God can give me the strength enough, so it will motivate you. You must go on. Right? The other is, I have commanded you, according to the Joshua 1:9, the promise of God to us that if I have not commanded you, be strong and of good courage, do not be afraid nor be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. That is a wonderful promise of God to us, that we should not have to be worried. But I really experienced that I'm always being struggled. Well, I am the next reporter tomorrow, something like that. I really feel discouraged, I really feel down, I don't know what to do, I don't know what I'm going to report. But as I read this verse on the Bible, it gives me more confidence because I know that God is with me. Another, Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5 to 6 is that trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will direct your path straight. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5 to 6. Trust in the Lord. Once we depend on ourselves, we easily fall down. It is very important for us to understand that God is with us. And we must trust on the Lord in able for you to stand firm. Okay? Do we understand? Can you say to your seatmate that God is with you? Come on. Don't be afraid. Come on. Say to your seatmate that I can learn this transistor easy. Come on. Okay, so let us have the printed direction. Write the letter T if the statement true. The statement is true, and F if it is false. So you only have 10 seconds to answer this question. So let us start. You have already the paper. Okay, let us start. Number 1. It's number 1 in electronic. Meaning of NPN is Philippine National Police. Is that true or false? Basically. Number 2, the resistance of collector is lower than the emitter. It is true or false? Then number 3, NPN means negative, positive, and negative. Yes. Number 4, the base of the transistor is always at the middle lead. Is that true or false? And then number 5, transistor is like two diodes combined together. Is that true or false? If you are finished, please pass your paper forward. And let my groupmate collect all of your papers. That's very easy. Because that's, yes. Okay, now we have another paper to give you for that. So let us start with our lesson. So I want you to focus yourself. I want you everybody listen so that that will be very complicated. So that I ask everybody to listen very well. Okay? Can I expect you to listen very well? Okay. So let us start. So let us start with our report. Transistor reading silicon and germanium. There's a difference between silicon and germanium. Let us start. So, to simplify the understanding, a bipolar transistor can be viewed as two diodes facing each other in NPN, and with their backs to each other in PNP transistor. NPN stands for negative, positive, negative. It's not, okay, then the PNP is not Philippine National Police, it is positive, negative, positive. So I have this demonstration able for you to understand, easily understand what does it mean. So, balik. Okay, so this is one of the diodes. Come on. Okay, one diode. Hayaan mo lang. Yan. Able for you to understand, there is two diodes combined to each other. And then that would be the positive, negative, positive transistor, because the positive is at the, you are going to this direction, this is the positive is on the, my right side and the left side, and the negative is on the base, on the middle. Okay? And then another is, why the positive, negative, positive, and positive, negative, combined with positive, and then the negative, that would be that basically logic of NPN transistor. Did you get, guys? Okay, so let's start. That would be the basically the logic of a two diodes combined together. So let us proceed. So now, okay, so don't forget this term. So E stands for emitter, B stands for base, and C stands for collector. Can you repeat after me? Can you repeat after me? E stands for emitter, and B stands for base, and C stands for collector. Okay. Okay, very good, very good. And another that we are going to remember is NPN means negative, positive, negative. Okay? And the PNP is positive, negative, positive. Okay, then, very good. I hope you understand it. So let us start. So there are three things to consider in order for us to check or to read a transistor. Okay? So the first one is to identify whether the transistor is PNP or positive, negative, positive, or NPN or negative, positive, negative. The second one is to identify the base, emitter, and the collector. And the third one is to identify if it's good leaky, shorted, or open. So now, let us go first with identify whether the transistor is NPN or PNP. Okay, so let us talk about this. So PNP or NPN transistor.
So when working
This
with
video teaches us how to
it's always
identify
important
NPN.
to know which one you're working with, either NPN or a PNP. The trouble is, it's difficult to tell them apart just by eye. We can't tell them apart just by looking at them. So in order to figure out which one's which, we have to test them.
Okay, so first of all, here are some transistors, two of them. And the first thing we want to do in order to be able to use these is identify if they're NPN or PNP. Now, if you just take a look at these transistors here, you'll notice that they look pretty much identical. Well, they are identical. They both have three legs. And one side has a flat side, and the other side is rounded. But other than that, there's no way to really tell them apart. These are shorter on one only because I controlled this from a circuit and I was using it previously for something. But other than that, if you take an NPN and a PNP, they're going to be exactly the same. So in order to test the transistor to see what it is, you need a multimeter. Multimeter means we have just a basic
So Facebook Blind, you can also use a analog transistor. But this time, the authors use a digital because it is much better to use for us to identify the emitter and the okay, so that's it. So it's going to identify whether it's NPN or DNP. So as we can see, the black probe laid on the right side and the red probe on the middle side. So there's no deflection. Very malabo na. No deflection. And the revised bias. So the black probe to the center and the red probe to the right. So there is deflection, right? And it's going to transfer it to the another place. Is there 3D? Yes. Alright. So what do you think that is transistor? NPN or PNP? Why? Right. Yeah, very good. That's good. Because the black probe is at the center and the red probe is the right and left. That has a deflection. So that would be meaning the base or that transistor is what? Because the black probe is at the center, that means the positive, negative, and positive. Because the black stands for negative, right? Did you understand? Yes. Now it's going to identify that it is PNP. Right. So the positive is at the center. And the black is on the right side. So we have that. Is there any deflection? Yes. It's going to transfer it to another place. Is there any deflection? So meaning this transistor is very good, very good. I don't need to collaborate so that is very clear for now. Okay. So there are some cases that the base is at the right corner. Sometimes it has the left corner, but as we tackle the lesson, I'm going to discuss how can we identify whether the PNP or NP. So I have also a demonstration in order for us to collaborate easily. For example, this is the transistor and the tester, and the red probe, and also the black probe. So we're going to place the red probe into the center. Come on. Okay, that's in the center. And the black probe at this side. So, as we can see, the needle deflected. Okay? And then the another, let us try to the another corner. So the needle also deflected. Right, and deflected. So this transistor is what? Okay, very good, guys. Okay, very good. That is NPN because this is what? Positive, this is positive. And the right one also has a both deflection. So meaning that is negative and negative. So that transistor is NPN transistor. Very good. Okay? So let us proceed to another. How about this black one? I'm going to transfer the black into the middle and then it has deflection. So meaning this transistor is very good. It's hard to understand? Oh, very good. So let us now. So now we understand what is the PNP or NPN. We are easily identifying. So the second one that we're going to do is to identify the base, emitter, and the collector. So how am I identifying if it is the collector, the emitter, or the base? Okay, so let us try. Let us talk about that. So identify by identifying mark. So you can easily identify whether the base, emitter, and collector by means of identifying mark. There are some marks that you can see in a transistor. So, come on. So, like this. Okay, identified by identifying mark. There are some transistors that are positioned closely together in a triangle, form, and a dot on the body. A dot on the body indicates as collector. If you ever see a dot, that stands for what? Collector. So the base lead is always at the center. So which one is the center? That is the lead. And the remaining lead is the emitter. This method is standard for this kind of transistor. Basically, this is a germanium transistor. Balik daw. Okay, so another a dot on the body indicates the collector. Okay, the base lead is always at the center, and the remaining lead is a emitter. So, if I'm not mistaken, this example is a germanium transistor. Later, I'm going to discuss what is the difference between germanium and transistor. Okay? Okay, so let us start. So later, I'm going to post it on the FB, so we don't have any time for that. So I'm sorry for those who are copying. I'm going to post it on the FB. Okay, so as we can see another, the triangular, okay, triangle, okay, then the, come on, and the dot or the mark. So basically, you can see, if you see any mark on the transistor, that is the, what? Collector, very good. Okay, that is collector. Okay, and the base in the middle is the base. And the remaining is what? Emitter. Very good. So that is one of the by means of identifying marks. Okay. The another one is identify base by the configuration of the body. Okay. What is this? Okay, next. Okay, a transistor with two leads. Have you ever encountered that a transistor has two leads? On the last reporter, you can see a transistor has two leads, right? Now, how are we going to identify? So, transistor serve as collector. Okay, the body of this transistor serve as collector. The body. Okay? That's the reason why it's only two leads. So, the body is the collector. Okay. Some transistor with this type of body has identification level. Some other they have identification. It indicates collector or right or something like that. So, however, some are without them. In this case, hold the transistor so that the two leads and the hole nearest to them in the body are in the upper position. You are going to hold the transistor and then the two leads in the upper level. Later, I'm going to post it there. We have an example. Come on. Okay, just like this. As I remember, that is a power transistor. Am I right? Oo. But this time, this is a germanium transistor. Okay? So, as I studied this, I'm very confused with this, the difference between germanium and transistor. But there are some types of germanium transistor that the body is what? The collector. And you're going to face it for upward so that the basic emitter is at the upper left and the blank space is at the lower. So the base is on the right and the emitter is on the left. Okay? There are some transistors like that. Do we understand? Do we understand, guys? Okay. So another is identified by ohmmeter. So how we're going to identify by use of the ohmmeter. Let us watch the video. Guys, don't be confused. No? You can also use analog multitester. That in this time I can find any video using analog. So I'm gonna choose this one. What's the reason why?
This is the outer, maybe this may be either outer. What is the principle by using which we can come to know that this is the
Let me hear the voice. Okay, I'm going to explain later because of the video. Okay, so in this case, the black probe is at the center. So it's going to test, and the red probe is at the right side. So there is no deflection. That's the reason why he changed or reverse bias. So now the red probe is at the center, and now it's going to test is on the left side. Okay, it has any deflection. It says that. Yeah. Sorry for that video. Okay, let us start that video. I'm gonna explain it na lang. Okay, so for example, this is the LED of the transistor. Okay, let us identify this is an NP, or let us label it. This is the emitter, the base, and the collector. Okay, emitter, base, and the collector. So usually the base is at the center. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to do is to test where is the base. So, example, this is the red probe. I'm gonna touch the red probe. Okay, and I'm going to connect it to the emitter. Okay, emitter, right? So it has deflected, for example, 680 ohms. 680 ohms, the emitter, right? 680 ohms. And then going to transfer the black probe into the right side, the left side. So the reading is 682 ohms. So the tips that we're going to understand, the higher the reading is the collector. Okay? So the lower is the emitter. So the base is always at in this case, that transistor is a silicon transistor. So basically, in a silicon transistor, we need to use an ohmmeter, enable for us to understand, enable for us to identify whether the base, where is the base, the emitter, and collector. Do you understand? Yes! Okay, then. I'm sorry for that video because it's lag. So that is, there's also, okay, another illustration, this one. So at the red probe, I'm gonna place the red probe in the, where? In the middle. Example to, how are we going to identify base, emitter, collector? And the black probe, example, black probe, because the background is black. So that, I use white. Okay, so that is, it says that 890. 980 rather. Okay, so let us try to the black probe at this corner. It says the 984. So which one is the collector? Oh, very good, very clever. that is the base. So the base is up, and the collector is this one is because 984, and the emitter is the 980. So the one gets the higher rate is the collector. You should have also remembered that. Okay? So now, let us proceed to the third, because so our report is very long, so we should have to make it faster. So identified by the ohmmeter test, are we done? Okay. We identify the MPN, are we done? We identify the base emitter, are we done? And we now identify if it is good, leaky, shorted, or open. It is very difficult to understand, very confusing, right? So now, by this report, let us listen very well, able for us not to be confused, okay? So there are 5 tests to do in reading a transistor. So the first one, 5 tests, come on, 5 tests. So the test one is by identifying PNP or NPN, right? The second one is identify the lead, base, emitter, and collector. The third one is we are going to test the base and emitter. Forward and reverse bias. Okay? Test the base and emitter, forward and reverse bias. And the base and collector, okay? Forward bias and reverse bias. And the collector and emitter, forward and reverse bias. Okay? Okay, let us start. Take it ready. Okay, in a good transistor, this is good transistor example, okay? So, we're going to test the base and emitter. Okay, so in forward bias, I'm gonna place the black probe on the base and the red probe on the emitter. So, in good transistor, it has a deflection. Okay, forward bias, understand? So, in reverse bias, the red probe is on the base and the black probe is on the emitter. So basically, reverse bias has no deflection. That is good. Okay? Understand? So, in leakage test, the collector and emitter, if you're gonna test it, okay. As I read on the internet, we are going to identify a germanium transistor. If you are going to test the collector and base, germanium transistor, take note, germanium transistor, if we're going to test the C and E, it has a deflection. That is good. But, if we're going to test a silicon transistor, it has no deflection. Why? Because basically, a silicon transistor has a high range or very high resistance. While the germanium, low resistance. That's why the tester can read the resistance. While this is very high, so the tester is confused, right? The testers cannot be reached. The reason why there's no deflection, right? Understand? In germanium transistor, it has a deflection, while in the silicon, no deflection. Okay, so we are done in the B. Ano na to? BC na, BE. So base and emitter. Okay, now in the BC, or base and collector, we're going to test the base and collector. Are you with me? Yes. Am I fast? Yes. Fast? Okay. And sorry because later I'm going to clear it. So, I have a diagram for you to understand. So, don't worry, okay? So, that, in base collector test, a good transistor is on forward bias. Forward bias, we're going to place the positive. Here. And the negative is here. Okay. So, in forward bias, it has a deflection. And in reverse bias, no deflection. That is basic. Why? Because, as I had said a while ago, a transistor is just like a two diodes combined together, right? So, basically, if you're reverse bias, no deflection, right? Did you get my logic? Yes. So, as you observe in your table, reverse bias, no, infinity always, right? That's the reason why. Because a transistor is combination of two diodes. Okay, and the reverse bias, no deflection. Leakage test, no deflection. For example, it is silicon transistor, okay? The next one, if it is good, a collector and emitter, no deflection at all. Okay? So, requirement of reverse bias. If it is a silicon transistor, if it's germanium, it has a deflection. Did you get? Next. So, leaky, how are you going to identify if it is leaky? So, collector and emitter. So, they're going to forward bias. The needle is moving or a little bit reading. Or confusing, something like that. And in reverse bias is also the same. There is deflection. Okay? You understand? Next. That is leaky. Okay, next. Shorten. The shorten on collector and emitter, you're going to identify in for the reverse bias, the transistor is shortened, or the collector and emitter is shortened if it has a deflection. Both deflected. Okay, that is open in collector and emitter only. Later I'm going to explain. The next one is open. Ano ba yun? Open, no deflection at all for the reverse bias. Okay, understand? Okay, I have here a diagram or a table for us to understand. Okay, this is the polarity, good, leaky, shorted, and open. So, reverse bias, forward bias, come on. So, forward bias to reverse bias. So, we're going to place the base and emitter and the or DE, base and collector, or base BC and collector and emitter. So now, let us identify if a base emitter test, a good transistor, forward bias has deflection. Reverse bias, no deflection, okay? So, leaky, deflection, then deflected, but little bit deflection or moving needed. Okay? So, in shorten, there is deflection both for forward bias and reverse bias. Okay? So, in open, no deflection. So, it's also the same on base collector. Come on. So, that is the same. We're going to identify if it is the forward bias deflected, reverse bias no deflection, forward bias deflected, no deflection, deflected, because it is open, and shorted, open, no deflection at all. Okay? So, this collector and emitter, for example, this is a germanium transistor, because the transistor can read the resistance. So, the good transistor has a deflection, and forward bias deflected, and reverse bias is no deflection. Also, the leaky has a forward bias deflected, reverse bias no deflection. Open is the same. Can we understand now? Any question? Yes?
Kasi sa ligin, good ng base emitter is the same lang.
Come again?
The same lang kasi yung good and leaky ng base emitter.
Base emitter, where? Forward bias as deflection. Yeah, that's the same. Yeah, the difference between the good or leaky. The leaky is only a little bit deflection. Forward bias. Yes, reverse bias no deflection. Kaibahan between the good and leaky. So the good, the deflection is accurate, exactly. While the leaky is cannot understand if it is right? Cannot read. Hindi siya something like it is instances that the leaky is moving. Sometimes
sa leaky, ang forward bias normal katulad ng forward bias sa good. Pero sa reverse, may konting deflection. Meaning, both forward sa reverse bias may deflection. Sa forward bias nga lang, katulad ng good, pareho. Pero sa reverse, sa good, walang deflection. Sa leaky, may deflection na konti. Yun ang leak. Saka hindi shorten yan, shorted.
Sorry,
Shorted pinliit. Ang shorted,
Okay, sorry. So, are we, do we understand now? Yes! Thank you, sir, for clarification. Okay, so now let us answer the post-test now. Okay, let us try it now. Okay, let us answer the post-test. The paper in front, please keep quiet, guys. Okay, let us answer now. Okay, quiet, guys. Very quiet. Okay, the paper in front. We provided the test sheet so that you will not be asked for your classmates being a burden for them. Okay, now the question is in electronics, the meaning of PNP is Philippine National Police. Obviously, the number 2, the distance of collector is lower than the error. Is that true? No. I have said a while ago. NPN means negative, positive, negative, right or wrong? True or false? The number 4, the base of the transistor is always at the middle lead. That's true or false? And number 5, transistor is like two diodes combined together. If you are true, please pass the paper to this classmate.
Para ma-save, anong pipindutin gitna? Pero hindi ko alam yun.
And that is our report. So I hope you understand it.